Hi guys, this is lesson 1.8. We're going to be graphing inverses of functions. Hopefully you guys already did the investigation. If you didn't, please do that first. So our learning target is I can graph inverses of functions. In order for us to be successful, we need to be able to write the inverses of a set of points, then graph inverses of a graph of graphs using the points, and then we need to be able to identify inverses from graphs. What is an inverse function? An inverse function is a function that undoes the action of another function. For example, addition, the operation that undoes addition is subtraction. And then for multiplication, it is division. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. Operation that undoes multiplication is division. So the inverse of a function can be viewed as a reflection of the original function over the line y is equal to x. So what does that mean? Well, we have this function here and this function here. And if we were to draw a line of reflection, it would be this one here. So if we were to fold it over the line of reflection, they would be identical on both sides. And the equation for that line is y is equal to x. In simple words, the inverse is obtained by switching the x and the y of the original function to yx. So for this example, if we have this function, a goes to 3, b goes to 1, c goes to 2, in my inverse, we're going to switch our x's to be our y's, and now our y's are our x's. So 1 pertains to b, 2 to c, and 3 to a. So this is the symbol that we use to show that it's the inverse. It's just the f with exponent of -1, and then with that x in parentheses. And the way we say it is inverse function of f. Let's go ahead and find the inverse of these sets. We're going to label x, y, and now all we're going to do is we're going to switch the x to y's and the y's to our x's. So now our first point is going to be -2, 7. Our next point would be 1, 5. Our next point, or -3. And then our last point, 6, 2. Go ahead and try the next one. All right, so this is what you should have gotten. All we did was switch our x to our y's and our y's to our x. Okay, now let's go ahead and graph the inverse using points. So here we have this point here, -2, -3. So to graph its inverse, we're simply going to switch it to -3, -2. So let's go ahead and graph that, -3, and then -2. So my new point is here. Then we're going to do this point right here. We're at -1, 0. We're going to switch it for the inverse, 0, -1. Go ahead and label it as so. So now we're going to graph the inverse using points. So the first thing we want to do is we want to label our points. We've got -2, 3. We're going to switch it to -3, -2. And let's plot it. So our new point is here at this next point, -1, 0. The inverse would be 0, -1. So that point would be right here. And then finally, we've got 0, 3. The inverse is 3, 0. 1, 2, 3, and 0. And then we're going to draw a line. And then just to show the reflection, we're going to draw our line of reflection. Remember, start at 0, and then we just plot away. And now we're going to draw our line of reflection. Remember, our line of reflection is y is equal to x, and this is our line of reflection. Notice how wherever that line is, if we fold it, it would be identical on both sides. All right, have fun with your assignment. 1.8.